Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Russia launched another massive attack on Kiev overnight, so in September 10th, which is today. The Ukrainians and BBC reports. I will use the BBC just for a little bit, and then I will jump into the how do you call them? The Ukrainian reporting it. So here it is from BBC. Ukraine war. Kiev foils big Russian drone attack, officials say. September 10th, 2023. As a picture of it, this is a loud picture. It's a picture that they only the Ukrainian authorities are allowed to release, because if you remember those bloggers who videotaped an attack on Kiev again, they were how should I put it, arrested, and then I think they were charged, and they are at house arrest for about 4 years, 5 years. Now, what's interesting about this picture, you tell me? What could you observe? Something very interesting. I could observe right this. What's that? Aren't those lights on? Aren't those lights on over here? Now, I know it's only rock and roll, but when you have an aerial attack, I know that the lights shuts off. No more? Well, I don't understand why. Is it because with lights on, lights off wouldn't matter? Then why would the Russians launch their missiles during the night and not during the day? Because, well, we'll find out. It's just an observation. Kiev was attacked by Russian drones early on Sunday, and debris fell in several districts. At least 10 explosions were heard in the capital, and air raid sirens signaled that residents should take shelter. But keep the lights on. Later, the all-cleared sounded. Kiev military administration chief Serhiy Popko said debris had sparked a fire in a residential building, but it had been extinguished. Mr. Popko said about 20 Iranian-made Shahed attack drones had been downed on Sunday. They had flown over Kiev in groups from several directions, he said. So, let's see what the Ukrainians are saying about it. Ukraine Forum, the same date, September 10th, 2023. Ukrainian air defenses destroyed 26 of 33 Shahed UAVs in overnight Russian attack. At least these guys have the decency just to post this one and no lights around. So, the air defenses forces shot down 26 of 33 enemy Shahed drones on the night of September 10. The air forces of the armed forces of Ukraine said this. On the night of September 10, the enemy attacked Ukraine with UAVs of Shahed 136/131 type from the north, Kursk, the Russian Federation. So let's see where Kursk is, shall we? Kursk is right here. So here is Kiev, and here is Kursk. From this, they say they launched it from here. Pop, 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 zoop, 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 trop, trop, trop. Okay, move on. The launch of 33 drones towards Kiev region was recorded. The air forces again destroyed 26 Shahed. As reported by Ukraine Forum, Serhiy Popko, again, what they said in the BBC article, destroyed more than 26 aerial targets, and that's the end of it. So Kiev under attack. Now, what's strange about it is that the Russians, if you paid a lot of attention, do not use missiles much. For instance, if you look for their attacks on Odessa region, the Black Sea and the Danube grain ports, the Ukrainian grain ports, they used drones, not missiles anymore. I read another article earlier before this where the Ukrainians claim, and it was an official who claimed that according to their information, the debris that they recovered from the Russian missiles that they launched, they found that supposedly the missiles were newly built, which would indicate that the Russians ran out of their stocks not ran out, because you never do that unless you're an idiot, and they didn't do it. Probably they keep it at a certain percentage, let's say 15% of the total they used to, and now they probably launch whatever they can produce, and that's going to stay over there for emergency. If another front opens, or the weasels decide that they should really get in a hot war with Russia, they should have a stockpile, and then after that's gone, they will going to use nuclear weapons, guaranteed. Or they will not going to use it. They're going to threaten first, give an ultimatum, a certain hour, or maybe not even at all. Going to just blow one location and then say next one, like the Americans did. We're going to hit Hiroshima, and the next one is going to be another city. And if you don't surrender, it's going to be another one, and another one, and another one. Well, to me that sounds like genocide, but hey, what do I know? Because let's say the Japanese would not have surrendered unconditionally. That was the thing. The Japanese were okay with surrendering, but not unconditionally. And the main point was the status of their emperor. The Americans said, you gotta have the emperor Hirohito on and say that he is not of divine emergence or creation. That's what was the point. They said, because the Japanese, that's how it goes, that it goes. That's the truth. They believe that their emperor was the divine, on the earth. That's how it was. That's how it is said. So what can you do? Anyway, so the Americans said, you gotta have him say that. And Hirohito indeed came out on the radio, and he said, he had a little speech of about, I can't remember how long it was, but in the midst of it, something that really impressed me was when he said that we have to, the Japanese nation has to bear the unbearable. Well, they did, and now they're the vassal states of the ones that them. So, from being destroyed by atomic bombs, you became a caged individual, doing your new master's bidding. Well, I don't know which one is better. But if you ask me, instead of living a life of give me liberty, or give me, what was that? Anyway, so I remember that one. Wasn't it Thomas Paine? So here it is, my friends. The Russians supposedly don't have missiles. They have missiles, but because I read in that article, they said they launched some missiles as well. But they rely on drones. Cheaper, and they get the job done, it seems like. And they seem to be more effective. Remember when the Russians launched missiles at Kiev, all of them were downed. Whereas drones, just 26 out of 33. So it's a-okay for the Russians, isn't it? I don't believe the Ukrainians downed all of them, as they say, 100%. But hey, they all lie. Both sides, all sides. More than ever, because it's wartime and the stakes are high. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.